So let's see. This guy, Billy Bob, inherited $10,000 from his Aunt Ida. He invested the money in two accounts. One pays 8%. So I can say X is the money in the 8% account. And Y is going to be the money in the 13% account. Now, because we've got two variables, we're going to have to come up with two equations. One equation comes from just the beginning of the story. The total amount of money was $10,000. So that means if I add x plus y, that before any interest was added, just the amount of money that went into this bank account, the amount of money that went into this bank account, add those together, got $10,000. Now for the interest. So if one gets paid 8%, then to find out how much money that is, you use 0.08 times x plus 0.13 times y. Add those two together and you'll get the total amount of interest after a year. So that's $11.75. Now solve for x and y. Well, for this one, it would be quite easy to use substitution method because I can easily solve for y. Subtract x from both sides. I've got 10,000 minus x. And now take that and substitute it into this equation over here for this y. So 0.08x plus 0.13 times what we got for y, 10,000 minus x, equals the 1175. The next thing to do is distribute. So 0.08x stays there for now, plus, so 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. We'll move this decimal place over by 4. Well, the first two just makes it a 13. Then 2 more would make it a 13 with 2 more zeros after it. Then distribute so that it's 0.13 times x, negative. And then the right side. So combining like terms, there's going to be negative 13 or negative 0.13 and positive 0.08x. That's going to be negative 0.05x. And then we need to subtract 1,300 from both sides, which I believe is going to be negative 125. Of course, I can just double check. 1175 subtract 1,300. Okay, then the last thing to do here on this x part is divide both sides by negative 0.05. So it turns out $2,500 was in the x account, so that was at the 8% account. And then you can just substitute that right here to find out y is going to be $10,000 minus 2,500. So that's going to be $7,500. And the y is the 13% account. So that's how we split the money.